Typhoon Bolaven has exploded in intensity recently and is now a Category 4 super typhoon as it heads off towards the northwest, expected to become an extremely powerful Category 5 tomorrow. Bolivan, based by our analysis, currently has winds of 150 miles per hour and a pressure of 930 millibars, and is moving northwest at 11 miles per hour. Here's Bolivan's current location at 15.1 degrees north, 144.9 degrees east, putting it northwest of the Mariana Islands at this point, which it passed through this morning as just a Category 1. Here's current forecast. We have it becoming a Category 5 probably overnight. It's currently 8 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States, Eastern Standard Time. It is currently 8 p.m. So overnight, 8 p.m. to 7 a.m., we're expecting it to become a Category 5, and there most definitely will be an update tomorrow, no matter how much the storm strengthens or weakens. There will be an update, because I can tell you, in the conditions it's in, it's not going to weaken. I'm probably going to wake up in the morning to a Category 5 typhoon. But anyway, we have it peaking at 180 miles an hour, which is very, very powerful. This Pacific year has been really. There haven't been a ton of Category 5s, but they've all been really strong. Mawar got sub 900, Sayola almost got sub 900, and Bolivan 180 miles an hour. Sayola was 180, Mawar was 185, Bolivan's going to become 180, and who knows what the pressure will be. Right now it's at 930. Here is the current wind field. It is still relatively small. It's primarily the west that we're worried about, which is good because the west is the side that is farthest from land currently. And then the hurricane and major hurricane force winds are contained in a small area near the center of the storm, which, that's normal. But not really much to say about that. Anomalies, we are currently going with 150 miles an hour. JTWC and NOAA slightly behind at 145. JNA is going with 140. GFS is way behind at 115 miles per hour, a low-end Category 3. I still don't know where they get their measurements from, but also the last time they had an update was the 2 p.m. update, in which everyone had it as a Cat 3. I can check the GFS right now. Just keep watching Bolivan's little thing out there. Also, noteworthy, Hurricane Lydia is a Category 4 now. That's Bolivan, 100 knots. That is 115 miles an hour. But Bolivan, if you look at the GFS, does look really good. Anyway, speaking of the GFS, let's move on to that. Alright, so here we're on the GFS, but I'm actually going to stop by the Eastern Pacific real quick, just show Hurricane Lydia. There it is. It's a Cat 4 right now. Anyway, I'm not trying to make this a Lydia update. This is a I already forgot. A Bolivan update. I was about to say I already forgot its name. Anyway, there might be a Lydia update tonight. There might not be. But there probably will be a tropical weather bulletin tonight because you don't have two Cat 4s active at the same time and not have a tropical weather bulletin. Even though Bolivan is the stronger of the two. Anyway, let's start. So right there, 945, strengthening very rapidly down to 924 millibars, which very hit or miss if that's a Cat 5 or not. At minimum, that's a high-end Cat 4. But yeah, so overall, it doesn't really affect any land. Tropical storm forms near, where it's expected to peak. I think that's a tropical storm at least, and then that's a North Indian Ocean storm hitting Myanmar right there, and that's a Category 2 typhoon, I think. Anyway, satellite imagery. There's Lydia. It's about to make. Is that a landfall in Mexico? I don't know. Typhoon Bolaven. Anyway, here we go. Yes. Very, very powerful there. That's almost a perfect circle for an eye. Perfect circular eye generally is a sign of a Category 5, so, it's at 150. That is a super typhoon. 157 is a Cat 5, so, I'm going to check the JTWC website and see if they have anything to say about this right now. Typhoon Bolaven. Tropical cyclone warning text. Current wind speed, they have. It's not showing me. Maximum sustained winds of 100 knots. That is clearly an old update because all I gotta do over here is go good old Wikipedia. I just go to good old Wikipedia here. 2023 Pacific typhoon season. Scroll all the way down. They have it as a Cat 3. They had it as a Cat 4 earlier. I don't know what happened, but back to this. It's not Wikipedia. Anyway, yeah, so the beginning of that frame was, I think, 6 hours ago. That's a Category 3 there. That's a 2 p.m. update. They're about to, I think their 8 p.m. update just went out. So I'm not going to upload this until after I can get the 8 p.m. update out and, mess around and see if they didn't upgrade it to Cat 5 or not. Honestly, looking at that final frame, Cat 5, that might be a Cat 5. Anyway, cloud tops. Let's talk about that. They are much weaker than they were earlier. But the storm structure has just improved so much that it's just strengthened. Uh, Overall, though, cloud tops are still really good, about minus 80 to minus 85 degrees. They very, very clear eye there. Got a perfect donut shape, little donut shape of white around its eye and gray. But overall, Bolaven's looking really good, and this it is not a debate anymore. This will become a Category 5. So, I mean, when Bolaven first formed a few days ago, they were debating, is it going to be a high-end Cat 4 or is it going to be a low-end Cat 5? It was always that. It was never changing. It was always between like 145 and 160 for what they were predicting. And now, well, currently they're forecasting 165. But their 8 p.m. update has not gone out yet. Well, it's 8:02 p.m., so technically it has, but the websites have to update for me in order to see that. And, when I normally use Zoom Earth, they don't put out the 8 p.m. update until like 9 p.m., so I'm not going to work on that. I'm just going to look at Wikipedia, which updates a lot faster. So I'm not going to upload this until after the 8 p.m. update goes live. Anyway, like, subscribe, goodbye, and I will put a little text at the end saying what they changed.